The Cursed Painting. Rahul was an art collector with a passion for rare and mysterious paintings. He had spent years traveling the world, visiting galleries and attending auctions, always on the lookout for something unique and extraordinary. His collection was vast, filled with pieces that told stories of forgotten times and hidden secrets. One evening, while wandering through a part of the city he'd never explored before, he stumbled upon an old, dusty art shop in a secluded alley. The shop seemed almost hidden, as if it didn't want to be found. Intrigued, Rahul decided to step inside. Among the many paintings, one caught his eye, a portrait of a woman with hollow, lifeless eyes and a sinister smile. The painting seemed to exude a dark energy, drawing him in despite the unsettling feeling it gave him. The shopkeeper, an old man with trembling hands, warned him, "This painting is cursed, do not take it." His voice was filled with a mix of fear and urgency, as if he had seen the horrors the painting could unleash, but Rahul laughed it off and bought it anyway, eager to add something unique to his collection. He was a skeptic when it came to curses and superstitions, believing that such tales were merely stories to scare the gullible. That night he hung the painting in his living room. It was the centerpiece of his collection, a conversation starter for anyone who visited. As he admired it, he felt uneasy, like the woman's eyes were following him. No matter where he stood in the room, it seemed as though her gaze was fixed on him, piercing through his very soul. Shrugging it off as his imagination, he went to bed. He told himself that it was just a trick of the light, a figment of his tired mind. At midnight, a faint sound woke him up, a soft, eerie whisper. "Rahul, I'm watching you." His heart pounded. He sat up in bed, straining to hear more, but the room was silent. He turned on the lights, but his room was empty. The whisper had felt so real, so close, but there was no one there. Brushing it off as a dream, he tried to sleep, but the whispering continued. Every time he closed his eyes, he could hear it, growing louder and more insistent. The next morning, he noticed something terrifying. The woman's expression in the painting had changed. Her sinister smile had widened, her hollow eyes now filled with a dark, twisted glee. Her sinister smile had widened, her hollow eyes now filled with a dark, twisted glee. It was as if the painting was mocking him, feeding off his fear. Every night the whispers grew louder, the voice closer. It was no longer just a whisper, it was a presence, a dark force that seemed to be closing in on him. The painting's face kept changing. Her eyes now seemed hungry, eager. The once static portrait was now a living nightmare, its expressions shifting with every passing hour. One night, Rahul had enough. He could no longer endure the torment, the whispers, the changing expressions.